Well, these are exercise 2 of exponential laws and definitions, revisions for grade 10. Question A here says simplify the following, leaving your answers in exponential form. Okay. Now let's start. I'll start with question 1. Question 1 here says 3 to the power 4 times 3 to the power 5 over 3 squared. Okay, situation like this, when you notice that all the bases here, the bases are common, we can just write 1, 3. Okay, and then apply the law of exponents. The law of exponents says, I'm gonna write the law over here. It says like a to the power of m multiplied by a to the power of n. This is just a to the m times n. Okay, and then excuse me, minus n. What am I saying? I want to see plus n here. Okay, and then a to the m divided by a to the n. This is just a to the m minus n. Now, sometimes when we have a multiplication combined with division, like multiplication product and fraction, we can just write 1, 3 there, and then we will do like 4, and then plus 5. I plus them because they're at the numerator, and then I'll minus 2 because I'll do minus the exponent at the denominator, which is minus 2. And then the answer here is just 3 to the power of 7. Okay. Now I'll leave question 2 for you to do. It's the same way we do question 2, 3, and then I'm gonna do question 4, which is 2 to the 5 multiplied by 2 to the 4. Okay, all over 2 to the power of 3 raised to the power of 2. So over here we can first simplify this. Okay. This denominator there, you know that a to the power of m all to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m multiplied by n. Then this will be like 2 to the 5 multiplied by 2 to the 4 over 2 to the power of 6. Now this, in cases like this where we have like the bases are common, we can just write 1, 2, and then we're going to add those are the numerator, the exponents of the numerator, like 5 plus 4, and then subtract by the exponent at the denominator, negative 6. So this is just equal to 2 to the power of 3. Okay, and then we can do next question. We will do I'll leave question 5 and 6, but we will do like question 7. Okay, because I'll leave those ones because they're similar. Let's do question 7. Question 7 says 2 times 5 to the power of 3 over 2 times 5 to the power of 2 times 5 to the power of 3. So in this case, as we said, you know, if you have like a times b to the power of m, this exponent is for all the variables and the coefficients within the brackets. Okay, for everything within the bracket. So this one will be like 2 to the power 3 times 5 to the power 3 over 2 times 5 squared times 5 to the power 3. Then over here, I can just write 1, 2, okay, and 1, 5. Okay. Now for the 2, for instance, I'll do 2 to the power 3 there, and then over here, the denominator, if you don't see a number, an exponent over there, understand that the power is just 1. Okay, so we'll do that 3 minus 1, and then multiply by 5 to the power 3 minus 2 minus 3. Okay, and then this will be 2 squared times 5 to the power of negative 2. Now, the question says we must leave the answer with a positive. The question says leave the answer with positive exponents. Okay, so this will be like 2 squared over 5 squared. We can move, okay, 5 to negative 2 to the denominator. Remember, one of the law of exponents says like a to the negative m, okay, equals 1 over a to the m. So we can move this at the denominator. Okay, but then now because they have like same a power, some exponents. This can be written as 2 over 5 to the power of 2. Can be written like that. Okay. So I will leave question 8, which is much similar to question 7, and then I'll do question 9. Okay. Question 9. It's like 3 to the 3 to the power of 3 again, multiplied by 7 to the 3, all over 3 squared multiplied by 3 to the power of 5, multiplied by 49. Okay. So over here, we can just reduce this, okay, with times the exponent according to that law. You know, the law says a to the m to the n, this is equal to a to the mn. Now this will be equal to 3 to the 9 multiplied by 7 to the 3, all over 3 squared, 3 to the 5, and then 49 here. We're going to write 49 in terms of its prime factor, okay? Because we don't have a number like 49. In this case, we need to reduce this. You know, I say prime factors because you see the number 3, for instance, is a prime number, 7 is a prime number, but 49 is not a prime number. So we can reduce it in terms of its prime factor. If we do that, I know that it's 7 squared. This is like, it's 7 squared. If you're unsure, you can do the 3 factor somewhere aside. You can just do 49. 3 factors by 7, 7 by 7, 1, and then the answer is 7 times 7, which is 7 squared. Or you can use do that by the help of a calculator. You press 7 in the calculator, and then press the equal button over here. Okay, you press the equal button there, and then you press a shift, and then you press this button where they say facts here. You click there, and then, excuse me, I mean it was 49, equal, and then shift, and then press this button here, fact, and then tells you it's 7 to the power of 2. Now we can do as we did previously. We can just write 1, 3, okay, and then we start. 9 is a numerator. I keep it like, and then I'll minus by 2. I'll minus also by 5, okay, because they're the denominator. Multiply by 7 to the power of 3. I'll leave it like that, the numerator, and then minus what is the denominator, and then the answer here is just 3 squared times 7. That's the answer. And now I'll leave question 10, and let's see. So I think I'll leave those questions for you to practice, okay? Because the rest of them are similar. We can even question. I can just do 15, okay? Question 15, even though it's also similar, but let's just I'm going to do 15 here. 15. The question says 2 to the negative 4 to the power of 4 all over 8 multiplied by 2 to the negative 20. Okay. Then this is what 2 to the negative 16. Okay. When we apply this law of exponents, 2 to the negative 16 over 8. We can write 8 in terms of its prime number, prime factor. I mean, it's 2 to the power of 3 multiplied by 2 to the negative 20. So in this situation, we can just write 1, 2, and then we do negative 16 at the one at the numerator, and then we minus by 3, and we minus by negative 20. Okay, and then this is equal to 2 to the negative 16 minus 3 plus 20, and then this is just equal to 2 to the power of 1, which is 2. Okay, someone could also move this to the numerator, like that's the denominator, but it's gonna end up to the same thing. This is, I believe, the quickest way of solving this without manipulating a lot of this expression, match of this expression. Okay. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you do. Thank you. Well, now we're going to do question B. Let's say simplify the following. Okay, just by looking at this, we can apply this law of exponents. I'm gonna write here. For let me write it over here. Question 1, we have like 2 to the x times 2 to the x. Do you remember the law that says a to the m multiplied by a to the n? This is equal to a to the m plus n. So over here, we can just say this is equal to 2 to the x plus x, and this is equal to 2 to the 2x. Okay. And then question 2, we do have, like, remember the law that says a to the m all to the n. This is equal to a to the m times n. So we had there like 2 to the 5 to the x. This is equal to 2 to the 5x. So I'll leave 3, 4, 5 for you to practice. Let's just do 6 now. I'll move a little bit like that. Question 6 says 9 to the x times 3 to the 2x. Okay. Questions like this, we need to reduce terms, rather terms in terms of the prime factor. You see, like a number like 3 is already prime number. Okay, but 9 is not a prime number. So we need to convert this 9 in terms of its prime factor. And then 9 in terms of prime factor is 3 squared. So it's like 3 squared, but it was 9 to the power of x. Okay, 9 to the power of x. Now 3 to the 2x times 3 to x. So now this is just like, 3 to the 2x times 3 to the 2x, and this makes 3 to the 4x, because we're going to combine, add the exponent. Okay, now I'll leave 7 because it's similar to 6, even 8. Okay, but let's get to 8. We have like 5 to the x times 5 to the x over 25 to the x. In this case, we're going to reduce everything in terms of the prime factor. 5 is already a prime number, and then 25 is not. So I write here 5. You can use a calculator or factor 3 if you can see that, but most people know that 25 is like 5 squared, and then this can be written as we can just write 1, 5, and then x plus, no, not plus, but minus 2x. That makes 5 to the power of 0, and then that's equal to 1. Okay. The rest of the calculations is really similar. Excuse me. I'll leave you to practice them, and then we can maybe just do question 13. Question 13 that says, excuse me. Question 13 says 12 to the x multiplied by 3 to the negative x all over 2 multiplied by 4 to the power of x. So we're going to write everything in terms of the prime factor, okay? 12 to the power of x multiplied by 3 to the negative x. I'll write it 3 because it is a prime number. So is 4. Excuse me, so is 2. And then 4 is not a prime number. And then 12 is like a product. It's like 2 squared times 3. Okay? If you use the prime factor. Excuse me. And then 4 is 2 squared. And then when you don't see an exponent, understand it's 1. It's a product there. Now, we can reduce this. This is like 2 squared x, and then times 3x times 3 negative x over 2 to the power of 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 2x. Then we can write here 1, 2, and then the exponent will be like 2x minus 1 minus 2x. And then we can write also 1, 3 multiplied by 1, 3, and the exponent will be x minus x. And then there it will be like 2 to the negative 1 multiplied by 3 to the power of 0. We do know that 3 to the power of 0 is just 1, and 2 to the negative 1 is like 1 over 2 multiplied by 1, which is just a half. Okay, because this is a half, 1 over 2, and that's 1, and then a half times 1 is just equal to a half. So yes, we will leave the rest of the questions for you to practice. But remember, question 14 here, do not simplify. Okay, maybe we should do question 14 also. Okay, so, question 14, it says 32x over 8x. Quickly, someone here will say this is equal to, they simplify there by 4 and then say this is 4 to the power of x. Please don't do that. This is so wrong. What you're supposed to do here is to write 32 and 8 in terms of the prime factor. Okay? If you do that, because they're not prime numbers, if you do that, 32 in prime factor is 2 to the power of 5, and then 8 in terms of its prime factor, it's going to be 2 to the power of 3. Remember, you can use a calculator or draw the 3 factor to reduce those numbers in terms of the prime factors. And this will be like 2 to the power of 5x over 2 to the power of 3x. And then that makes 2 to the power of 5x minus 3x. This makes 2 to the power of 2x. Okay? Now, please, if it is your first time or if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel and then like the video. Thank you.